good on room.
So where do we mute now?
We'll just turn those down.
this
And
which
he'll
one's-
mute us when we play ads. What was that?
I'm ready when you are.
Mid-Utah Radio presents high school baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Baseball is what gets inside you. It's what lights you up. It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes it great.
This broadcast is powered by Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, Barrett's Food Town, Mason Machinery, the Jorgensen Automotive Group, DP Curtis Trucking, Bar W Beef, Sunrise Engineering, San Pete Steel, Farmers Insurance Agents Dan and Gabe Cranny, Manti Family Dental, Jones and DeMille Engineering, Intermountain Power, Gunnison Valley Hospital, Clearsight Glass Solutions, and Barney Trucking.
I know it's gotta be that can't eat, can't sleep, reach for the stars, over the fence, World Series kind of stuff, right?
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of high school baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome now to Lindquist Field in Ogden, the home of the Ogden Raptors, as we get ready for 3A high school state baseball action on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports. Robert Lovell with you alongside Corey Sorensen here in Ogden on a beautiful day for high school baseball, day one of bracket play for the 3A state tournament. What a great venue, great day, Corey.
Yeah, I've never been here to this field, but I'll tell you what, I'm impressed. The field is in immaculate shape. You got a great backdrop, and it's a beautiful day to be playing some baseball.
What a fun venue, and again, it's a minor league stadium, right? So it's got a great feel for that. It's an old stadium, been around a long time, has some of that old baseball nostalgia feel to it, but a brand new infield. They just took the entire infield out, put a brand new infield in to get ready for this season for the Ogden Raptors, and the first thing to play on the new infield, 3A baseball.
Yeah, how lucky for them. This what a great opportunity.
And it'll be Emery and Grantsville. That's game one of bracket play today. We've got 4 games for you today here in Ogden, and there's going to be a lot of great games. What a unique 3A bracket, Corey, coming into this, as, of course, you have the super regionals, as they've gone to that model a couple of years ago, and the 9, 10, 11, and 14 all won their super regionals, as the 8 lost, the 7 lost, the 6 lost, and the 3 lost last weekend. So it's made it so it's a really different, unique bracket this year in 3A.
Yeah, obviously unique, but you can tell that there's some parity in this 3A baseball classification, which makes for great games.
Yeah, and I was talking to one of the Grantsville coaches, the other number 2 seed. He said, we're not surprised at Logan at all. He said they had us beat. And they said if they wouldn't have walked some guys in at the end, they would have beat us. And so he said that was a much better than a 14 seed, much better than a 6-win team was Logan. And so not at all surprised that Logan got the win over Delta was Grantsville, because not that he felt like Delta wasn't that good. He felt like that Logan was much better than a 14 seed.
Yeah, and we've seen that in the past. I mean, what was it, a couple years ago when Union comes in, they
were the 7 seed.
7 seed, and they came in, but they played a really tough schedule, and by the time they got to the playoffs, they were battle tested. We really don't see these teams up here as much, so we don't know who they're playing as much, and we don't watch that. But yeah, this is going to make for some good week of baseball in the 3A classification, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So bracket 2 is how the day will start, as we'll have number 2 Grantsville versus number 10 Emery. We'll follow that up with the 11-14 matchup, Carbon and Logan. And then we'll go to bracket number 1 with the top seed Union taking on Providence Hall. And then the final game of the night is going to be, I guess, what you might call the feature matchup, that 4-5 matchup, as you get Manti and Canyon View squaring off in that one at 7 o'clock tonight here in Ogden. So a great day of baseball coming at you. Again, Grantsville comes in as the number 2 seed. They have the best record in the 2A classification with a 22 or the 3A classification, not 2A. We just got done with 2A last weekend.
Yeah, right.
But 22-4 overall record this year for the Cowboys. 7-1. They've for the last 10 years or so, they have perennially been one of the premier 3A baseball programs. They're in it or competing for it nearly every year.
Yeah, I agree. And one of the very first years that you and I worked together, Grantsville came and they won the state championship. I believe it was over Carbon that year.
Yeah, Carbon forced the if game.
Yeah.
That was in the previous format, the format the 2A still uses.
Yeah, and one of the very best games we saw the whole weekend was them downing Juab, who was the number 1 seed, and it was a fantastic game.
Yeah,
just
it
real
was.
pitchers duel.
And they've been good even before that, and they continue to be a good program in the 3A classification. And they had the 2 seed. They earned it this year. You look at their opponent today in Emery. Emery comes in as the number 10, an 11-15 overall record. They go 3-5 in Region 13 play this season, and they had to battle through a very good North Sanpete team. Visiting with Coach Julian, we both kind of felt like that Bryce Swap for North Sanpete might be the best pitcher in 3A. And Hudson Smith, who's right there behind him, is almost just as good. Right. And so he felt like, for them to beat North Sanpete with the pitching that they have, they feel like they're really ready and prepared for this state tournament.
Yeah, that's a good point right there, because if you're facing 2 of the top pitchers in the classification, you got to feel like you're coming into this next step in the postseason just firing on all cylinders. So. And those were good games.
Yeah, they were very good games. In fact, they win it in the bottom of the 7th in Game 3 of that regional series. Looking at these two teams as far as the leaders on the year, let's start with the visiting team. That's the Emery Spartans, the 10 seed. Ben Johansson's having a great season for them, 347 on the year. In fact, their top 4 guys are all really close. You've got Ben Johansson, Peyton Nilsson, Garrett Conover, and Bo Stilson. They're all hitting between 337 and 347. So they're all being very consistent on the season. In fact, they all are tied for the team lead with 13 RBIs too. So it's a pretty balanced lineup. There's not a big RBI guy that has 30 RBIs on the season. It's kind of balanced throughout as far as who drives runs in.
Yeah, and then the other thing that tells you too is that the guys that your 7, 8, 9 guys are getting on base.
Yes.
If your number 1 hitter has that many RBIs, then the people in the back lineup are doing their job too. So. It looks like to me, you got to look up and down the whole lineup and say, hey, they're doing some work all over.
Yeah. Trick Jensen and Garrett Conover, they've been the main guys on the mound this season for the Emery Spartans. In fact, you look at Jensen, he's thrown 38 innings. Conover's thrown 31 1/3. They're the only ones over 20 innings pitched this season for Emery. And Conover a 2.23 ERA, Jensen a 1.84 on the year. And they're both strikeout type of pitchers. Conover more of a strikeout pitcher than Jensen is, but those are 2 good pitchers that they've got on this staff as well. We're going to see Garrett Conover today.
Yeah, he's starting. Obviously, coach is putting the ball in his hand and wanting him to get out there and make an impact. Obviously, they're going to come up and they're going to hit first, and if they can put some pressure on Grantsville, get a run or 2, and then Conover takes the mound, he can go out there and just feel comfortable. But that's who the coach is comfortable with, and he's going to start him off today.
Yeah, he is. Looking at the Grantsville side of things, Jordan Fosson's just he's one of the premier baseball players in all of 3A. Just an incredible player, hitting 455 on the season. He's got 17 RBIs on the year as well, but 47 runs scored for Jordan Fosson. That's just one person.
Wow.
He's getting on base, and the guys behind him are bringing him in.
Yeah, what's his on-base percentage? Did you say that?
His on-base percentage is 550.
Man.
So he gets on base more than every other at bat.
Yeah.
Every other plate appearance.
He's doing dang good.
And then after him, you look at Jackson Jensen, Peyton Cummings. They both have 27 RBIs on the year. Williams has 24 RBIs. Gunnar Kimber has 23 RBIs. This is a team that can hit. They go down the order. They've got a lot of guys that can get the job done at the plate that does this Grantsville team. Pitching-wise, the guy they're going with today is Jordan Fosson. Again, he's just a fantastic player, and he comes into the 2.94 ERA on the season. He's thrown the most innings at 35 2/3. Gunnar Kimber has had a great season as well, a 2.89 ERA on the mound for Grantsville. He's kind of been that number 2 starter for him. I look at this matchup, and you look at 22-4, and you look at 11-15 on the records, and you say, oh, this is a heavy Grantsville favored matchup. And maybe it is in some of those paper things, but when you look at the players, you look at how they performed this season, I think this has the makings of a great way to start the 3A state tournament.
Absolutely. I don't think that Emery's I think they're going to give a heck of a battle, and I think Grantsville knows that. There's no way that the Grantsville coaches are saying, hey, these guys are just going to lay down and just let us roll over them. That's not going to happen.
So going to be fun to watch as we get ready for this 3A baseball state tournament. Game one of bracket play. Bracket 2 is where we're starting for the first 2 games of the day. That's the 2, 10, 11, and 14 seeded teams that have made it here inside bracket number 2. We'll take a break, and we'll come back and hear from both coaches next here from Lindquist Field in Ogden on Centracom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W, in my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
So you're all moved in. How's your new roomie?
Oh, she's cool. She's also a biology major.
Oh, that's great. You guys can help each other stay on top of homework.
I just hope the classes aren't hard. I'm kind of scared based on what I've heard.
You'll do great, I'm sure. We're proud of you.
Aww.
You ready to go?
Who's that?
Gotta go, Mom. Have a dorm meeting in 2 minutes. Love you.
Hello? Hello? Who was that?
Centracom Fiber, because you don't just need internet, you need good internet.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as we get ready for the first game of the day. Number 2 Grantsville, number 10 Emery in 3A bracket play. Let's jump now into our coaches' comments. We're joined now by Coach Chase Julian of the Emery Spartans at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. First day of bracket play going up against number 2 Grantsville. Coach, first off, looking at your team as you come into this, get through a hard-fought 3-game series against North Sanpete last weekend. Where do you feel like your team is at coming into the state tournament today?
I think we're in a good place. We're playing some good baseball right now, pitching well, and our bats were well against North Sanpete. And, I mean, we faced 2 of the toughest pitchers in the state. Swap, he's probably the toughest in the state. He's a good pitcher. And then next day you got to face Smith to take 2 out of 3 from them. That's huge for us, and that's a huge task for anybody in 3A. So I think we're playing really good baseball at the right time, and you never know.
Looking at your opponent today in Grantsville, they come in as the number 2 seed. They have the best record in 3A this season. What do you expect to see out of them? Yeah,
they're a good club. They put the ball in play. They have a lot of kids with a high average. Defensively, doesn't look like they commit a whole lot of errors. So we got to take advantage where we can, and then limit our errors and mental breakdowns, making sure that we play clean baseball.
Taking a look at your team this season, you've got really 4 guys getting it done for you at the plate, and I'm going to miss one of them, but Ben Johansson's playing well for you. Peyton is doing really good things for you. Garrett's doing good things for you. What are you seeing out of those guys that are hitting so well for you all season long, and who would you like to see step up today?
They've hit the ball well for us. They've done really good things for us. Garrett Conover's done well for us this year at the plate too. And Bo Stilson, I'd like to see him. He's hitting it well lately, and I'd like to continue to see him swing it the way he has been and the way he did at North Sanpete. He swung a good bat, and we're going to need him. I switched him to the leadoff position, so hopefully he can get on base and get some runs generated for us.
Looking at your team pitching-wise, who are you going with in this one, and what do you want to see out of him?
I'm going to go with Garrett Conover today. He's thrown really well for us. He threw really well for us against North Sanpete. Just one pitch, unfortunate, that Hudson got a hold of, but he threw a great game against North Sanpete. His last 3 outings, he's been averaging 10-plus Ks a game. He's locating well right now for us, so I just need him to locate, throw strikes, and be competitive today.
Looking at Grantsville's lineup, anybody you feel like you got to be careful with?
There's a couple kids that swing it real well. The Fossen kid, he's a great athlete. The Jensen kid swings it well. I can't remember. They got another kid that has pretty good pop off his bat. And I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. I got it in my notes, but I can't remember his name. But he's Cummins. Yep, he's a good hitter. He puts the ball in play, and he does well for him too.
And overall, when you look at this game, what 2 or 3 things have to happen for your team to get the win?
We just need to keep continuing playing clean baseball and be aggressive at the plate. We've been aggressive. We've been hitting the ball well, and just keep with that, being aggressive and play clean baseball.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us, and good luck.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Once again, Coach Chase Julian there of the Emery Spartans inside the pregame show, and you get the little Alabama cheap seats in the background. I mean, is that the perfect song to play at a minor league venue especially?
Absolutely. I think it is. Yeah, I love that song too. But, it was good to hear from Coach Julian. Obviously, coming off a big weekend, he's beat 2 really good pitchers. He's moving his lineup around, and he's ready to play.
He is. Let's continue with our coach's comments here inside the pregame show on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports. We're joined now by Coach Trevor Thornton of the Grantsville Cowboys, the 3A Baseball State Tournament Day 1 of bracket play. Coach, first off, looking at your team coming in as the 2 seed. You ran through Ben Lomond in the Super Regional last weekend. Where do you feel like your team is at coming into this state tournament?
I feel like right now we're just like our bats. Our bats are finally getting hot, kind of where we want them to be. And as long as they stay motivated and have that effort that we talk about all year, I think that'll carry on. And I'm really excited about our pitching depth. We didn't really have to use a lot of our 1, 2s, or 3s in that series against Ben Lomond, so we saved their arms for this week. And so the goal is that they're fresh, they come out and throw.
Going up against 10-seeded Emery, they had to upset North St. Pete to get here. What do you know about them, and what do you expect to see today?
Oh, they're going to be tough. They grind. We played North St. Pete earlier this year, and North St. Pete's a great team, and so I know we're going to get the best out of Emery. They're going to throw hard. They're going to pitch. They're going to hit, and so we're ready for the best from them, and we're gonna hopefully. The goal is to be better than what they bring today.
Looking at your team at the plate, you've got a few guys that have been really swinging it for you well all season. Jordan Fossen, Peyton Cummings, Jackson Jensen hitting it well for you. What are you seeing out of those guys, and who would you like to see step up today?
Oh, man, the biggest thing I see out of them is they take opportunity for their at-bats, right? They get up there. They're going to do whatever, unselfish baseball. If it's hit and run, they'll drive the ball, right? It's not about them. And they take best opportunity. And I'm looking for the bottom of our order. I feel like anytime the bottom of our order gets hot, we do really well. Carter Reed, when he's hitting the bat, we do really good. When he's not hitting the bat, we struggle a bit more. And then Gunnar Kimber at the bottom of our order too. So we're looking for those two to really propel to get us to the top of our order, and then because we know our top of our order can produce. So,
looking at your team pitching wise, who are you going with in this one, and what do you need to see out of him?
We're gonna go with Jordan Fossen today. We just want to see strikes. Jordan throws strikes. I believe our defense, we have an amazing defense this year. A lot of games without errors. And so if he throws good, he has a defense to back him up, I think we'll be all right.
And then overall, what 2 or 3 things have to happen for your team to get the win?
We have to throw strikes. We have to hit the ball, and we have to have timely hits. We can't just get hits and get guys on base. It's got to be when guys are on base, we got to hit them to score runs. That happens, we'll be good.
And going back to your pitching, anybody in their lineup you feel like you got to be careful with?
All of them. You go top to bottom in Emery's lineup. I don't really feel like there's really a weak spot. I feel like anybody on that roster can hit the ball, and so we just have to be prepared. All 9 hitters.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us, and good luck today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Once again, Coach Trevor Thornton there of the Grantsville Cowboys, and you look at their team again. They're coming in playing really good baseball. Your thoughts on what he had to say coming into this game?
Yeah, they're coming in playing really good, but they are not taking anything for granted. They know that they're facing a hot Emery team right here, and the coach, he's looking at every player up and down the whole lineup who can produce for Emery, and so he is. I think he hit on it. If you can pitch well, field well, get timely hitting, that's what they're trying to do.
So we'll watch for those things throughout the course of today's ball game as the Emery Spartans the Grantsville Cowboys have taken the field, and they are ready to roll with Emery coming to the plate to lead the game off here in the top of the first inning. The top of the order coming to the plate to Bo Stilson, Trig Jensen, and Peyton Nilsson. If they get to the 4th batter, the cleanup hitter is Garrett Conover. And again, it's Jordan Fossen on the mound for the Grantsville Cowboys. Stilson stands in on the right side. I told Coach Julian, I said, I knew I was going to forget one of your 4 top guys there when we went to that because I forgot my notes as he watches strike one go by, and I forgot the most Emery name of them all.
Stilson.
Yeah,
so that's right.
He watches strike one go by, though. Fossen working out of the windup. Breaking ball there. Misses up for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. As he steps back into the right side. Left field not playing too deep. That's Hammond in left. Ball 1 goes up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Bo Stilson. And after this batter, we'll go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for the Emery Spartans. 2-1. Swung on. High fly ball to deep center field. Going back is Dunleavy. He'll settle underneath it. Continues to drift back and makes the play for out number 1. So an F8 for Stilson for the first out of the inning. Let's go to the starters for the Emery Spartans.
Batting first, number 12, Bo Stilson, playing right field. Batting second, the shortstop, number 24, Trig Jensen. Batting third, the center fielder, number 22, Peyton Nilsson. Batting fourth, the pitcher, number 7, Garrett Conover. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 1, Bo Johansson.
First pitch to Trig Jensen plunks him, so he'll head to first base, and the first runner of the game is on for the Spartans.
All right, back to this. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 34, Drake Stilson. Batting seventh, the DH, number 25, Easton Stoker. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 18, Trace Larson. Batting ninth, number 20, Bronx Olson, playing second. And playing left field and being DH for is number 3, Trey Nelson.
Throw over to first, not in time as Jensen steps back to the bag. So 1 out here after the fly out to center field by Stilson. He put a charge into that one. This is a pretty good size field here. And that one's going to hit Peyton Nilsson as that one gets him up in the shoulder. So back-to-back hit batters by Jordan Fossen. Puts 2 on with 1 out for Emery.
Yeah, Stilson, he really did hit that hard. But obviously center fielder tracked that down. But now you got 2 runners on, both being hit by pitch.
Carter Reed, the catcher, goes out to visit with Fossen on the mound. That'll bring Garrett Conover to the plate now for Emery. Beautiful view. You've got, of course, as you could see, those of you watching could see the straightaway shot of the flag in center field, the LDS Temple right behind it. First pitch to Conover. That one's on the outside half for a called strike 1 and a 0-1 count.
Whatever Reed said to Fossen worked right there.
Runners take their lead. Quick look at second base from Fossen. That one misses off the plate outside for ball 1. That wasn't close, but Carter Reed still tried to frame it.
Yeah, he had pretty quick hands. He framed that pretty well, bringing that from the left-handed batter's box all the way over the corner.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Pitch from Fossen. That one's in there for a called strike 2 on the outside edge. 1-2 count now to Conover. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher.
Jensen out second, able to get a pretty good lead right here.
Fossen checks him. 1-2 pitch, misses up for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Garrett Conover.
The one thing Coach Thornton said in his comments is that he didn't have to use one of his top 3 pitchers, and so they're coming in. They didn't get any action last weekend.
The 2-2, breaking ball, swung on, ground ball to the left side, bobbled by Warren at short, picks it up, throw to first is not in time as Conover reaches on the air, and the bases are loaded for Emery with 1 out here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, ball stayed down there. They're trying to turn a double play, and the shortstop just trying to move a little bit too quick was Warren, and just came off his glove. Everybody's safe.
So it brings Ben Johansson to the plate now for the Spartans. Another left-handed bat for Emery.
Big spot right here.
Fossen will work out of the windup now. First pitch on the outside half, strike 1. Good 2-seam fastball. And a pretty good tail on it.
Yeah, we've got the corners in right now. The middle infield's kind of playing middle depth. I wouldn't say deep, but still double play depth.
That one misses high and away with the breaking ball for ball 1 to Johansson. 1 ball, 1 strike.
If you're Fossen right here, if you get a strikeout, that'd be huge to get a plate out right here and then give your defense a chance to roll a double.
1-1, another breaking ball. That one catches the outside edge for strike 2 and a 1-2 count now to Ben Johansson. Chokes up on the bat. The 1-2 from Fossen. Swing and a miss as he chases one high and away for strike 3. And out number 2 for strikeout of the game for Jordan Fossen.
Yeah, that's huge right there. Your defense can relax right now. You got 2 outs. And now Fossen can go to work.
Brings Drake Stilson to the plate now for Emery. Another left-handed bat. Corners are still staying in for Emery as ball 1 misses high. I should say corners are still staying in for Grantsville.
Yeah, good point.
Now the first baseman drops back, Cummings. 1-0 pitch is fouled back to the left side for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Jensen at third base. He's going to stay up on the grass.
The 1-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball to the right side, fielded by Cummings at first. He'll wave off the pitcher, step on the bag for out number 3. So a ground out to first for the 3rd out of the inning as the Spartans threaten, but they do not score. No runs on no hits in the inning. 1 error committed by Grantsville and 3 runners left on base through 1/2 inning of play. It is Emery 0, Grantsville 0 on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
In the beginning, glass repair meant a long trip to the city. Inconvenient, but it got the job done. Then came the big chains, quick but costly. Then Clear Sight Glass Solutions rolled into town. For 15 years, they've been making your life easier with mobile and in-shop services. Because they're local, and they genuinely care about keeping you safe on the road. They even recalibrate for new models. Visit them on Main Street or at clearsightglasssolutions.com. Keep it clear, keep it local with Clear Sight Glass Solutions in Nephi.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's give the starters for the home team. The Grantsville Cowboys leading off as the pitcher, number 8, Jordan Fossen. Hitting out of the 2-hole, the right fielder, number 23, Riley Williams. Batting third, the first baseman, number 17, Peyton Cummings. The cleanup hitter is the third baseman, number 25, Jackson Jensen. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 2, Easton Hammond. Hitting out of the 6-hole, the designated hitter, number 16, Patton Rose. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 7, Carter Reed. Hitting eighth is the second baseman, number 11, Gunnar Kimber. Rounding out the batting order is the center fielder, number 22, Dawson Dunleavy. And playing shortstop, being DH for, is number 5, Gray Warren for the Cowboys. Once again, it's Garrett Conover on the mound for the Emery Spartans. As Fossen fouls off the first pitch for strike 1, he'll stand back in on the right side, facing the right-handed throwing Conover. The 0-1 delivery. Big high leg kick as he fouls that one off to the right side for strike 2.
Yeah, a big place right here for Fossen. You know, he kind of struggled through that first inning, got through without giving up a run, luckily for him. And now he's just trying to get some offense going for his team.
The 0-2. Swung on and just got a piece of that one, did Fossen, to stay alive. Really good pitch right there from Garrett Conover.
Yeah, really good breaking ball. Kept that down. Not a lot you could do with it, but close enough that Fossen he fouls that off and stays alive.
Conover prefers to work out of the stretch. The 0-2 pitch misses up for ball 1. Couldn't get Fossen to chase the high one. Larson looks over to the dugout to get the sign as he relays it out to Conover. The 1-2 to Fossen. Swung on. Slow ground ball at the middle. Picked up by Conover on the mound. Throw to first in time for out number 1, a 1-3 put out for the first out of the inning.
Good series of pitching right there for Conover. Just kind of kept it where Fossen couldn't get a lot on it. Out one.
So that will bring Riley Williams to the plate now for the Cowboys. He stands in on the right side. First pitch from Conover, right down the middle, strike one.
Yeah, gave him a good one to look at right there. When Riley Williams got into the box, the outfield shifted just a little bit. Left fielder shifted a little bit to his left.
The 0-1 pitch misses outside for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Williams.
Center field and right fielder playing him straight up.
Larson settles in behind the dish. The 1-1 pitch swung on high, pop up to the right side. And drifting into foul territory is Johansson at first, and he will make the play for out number 2. So a P3 for Williams. Pop out to the first baseman for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Conover, he's looking really good out there on the mound, throwing the ball well. Recording outs quickly.
So that will now bring Peyton Cummings to the plate for the Cowboys. Long look in from Conover. First pitch to Cummings, swung on, deep fly ball to left, going back into his right is Trey Nilsson, coming in and making the play. Right at the end of the glove for Trey Nilsson for out number 3. So an L7 line out to left for Peyton Cummings for the third out of the inning as Conover sets him down in order. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 1 inning of play. It is Emery 0, Grantsville 0 on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Your home, life, and auto insurance deserve a winning team. Farmers Insurance Dan Cranny Agency introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure home sweet home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance in Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. America can depend on farmers.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Back here at Lindquist Field in Ogden as we go to the top of the second inning. Corey, let's take a look at the field. I mean, it's got some unique dimensions to it, does Lindquist Field?
Yeah, it does. If you the right and left field lines, you're at 335, center field's 390, power alley in left center field's 387, and right center field is 373.
And it's interesting that right center field, that fence actually comes in from 373, and then like it kind of has a circular motion to it, rounds out to 390.
Yeah, and it's a tall fence.
It is a real tall fence.
So I don't know what that means mathematically, how far you have to get over that fence. But
7-8-9 batters this inning for the Emery Spartans, as they will bring to the plate to Easton Stoker, Tice Larson, and Bronx Olson. If they get to the fourth batter, the leadoff hitter is Bo Stilson. Jordan Fossen on the mound, down behind Stoker right now, 2-0. Breaking ball here. That one comes in for a called strike. Look at a 2-1 count.
Yeah, for Coach Thorson, he's wanting Fossen to get ahead of these batters.
Swing and a miss there on that curveball. He actually got a foul tip on it for strike 2.
Yeah.
So a 2-2 count.
That's what he needs. He just needs to keep throwing strikes. Obviously, you'd think that Grantsville are traditionally a very good defensive team. I assume that they probably are. And he just needs to pitch to his defense right here.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fossen out of the windup. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Stoker will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Jordan Fossen.
Yeah, you got to love that pitch after kind of keeping it down. He brings that high and tight right underneath his chin and gets a swing and a miss.
So that will bring Tice Larson to the plate now for the Spartans. First pitch, breaking ball. Strike one. The breaking ball's been working really well right now for Fossum.
Yeah, that's kind of been his go-to pitch, and that was a really good-looking breaking ball for strike one.
0-1 count. Fastball misses up for ball one.
It's interesting when the curveball, you can throw that for strikes more than the fastball.
Next one, that fastball up and in, fouls it back into the seat. Oh, actually hit a kid. He wasn't even watching.
Oh, shoot.
I think his older brother's playing center field right now for Grantsville, and I think he's like, hey, dude, pay attention.
Oh, shoot, they got two little babies right there, too.
Yeah. His last name on his jersey says Dunleavy, which I'm assuming his older brother's a center fielder for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Next pitch, swing and a miss, ball in the dirt. Picked up by Reed, throw to first in time as Larson goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. Third strikeout of the game for Jordan Fossum.
See Fossum start to settle in a little bit right here against these Emery batters. But it's a new day. I mean, there's a lot of excitement when you step out on that mound. You kind of get pumped up, and you're just trying to control your emotions and your adrenaline.
Bronx Olson has that one go above and behind him for ball one. We're talking about how good his curveball's been, and that one lost the handle on it.
I think he's just trying to hit the bat from the other side.
Next one's in there for a called strike one and a 1-1 count. Jeff Clough from UHSAA out checking on young Dunleavy.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. Luckily didn't hit that little kid.
1-1 pitch, fouled straight down for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So speaking of a ball going behind a batter's back,
yeah,
at Sal Sevier game this year, or just in the playoffs, I saw a batter, he ducked. Oh, they call that.
1-2 misses low and away for ball two.
But anyway, the pitcher threw behind the hitter. He kind of ducked it, but it left his bat out. It hit his bat and went right into fair territory for a hit. Well, he got out, but it was like a bunt.
2-2 pitches fouled off from Olson. Count remains 2-2. Yeah, you see that occasionally.
I'd never seen it before.
Doesn't happen often. The 2-2 from Fossum, way outside for ball three and a full count.
I had a little bit of something on there, a little bit of mustard to that pitch.
Takes a sign from Reed behind the plate. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, ball in the dirt. Picked up by Reed. The throw down to first is in time as Jordan Fossum strikes out the side. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 1.5 innings of play. Emery 0, Grantsville 0 on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Being part of one of the most advanced power plants in the world, it's going to be exciting.
It's important that we're listening to our customers that want clean energy.
And so I love the fact that we can power our homes here in Bountiful, but we can also be thoughtful about the environment at the same time. The power revenue bonds are completely backed by the future sale of power, which saves everybody money. And so historically, we've had lower power rates thanks to having this resource.
What do you think?
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score between Emery and Grantsville in game one of 3A bracket play here in the state tournament. The Cowboys will bring the 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate this inning. Jackson Jensen, Easton Hammond, and Patton Rose. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Carter Reed as Jensen stands in on the right side. Facing the right-handed throwing Conover. First pitch, good tight break for strike one on the inside edge from Conover.
That was a great looking pitch right there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Coach Julian say he's been throwing really well, especially these last few outings. Swing and a miss there over the top of that one for strike two and an 0-2 count. And you can see why he's been effective.
Yeah.
He looks really good right now, does Garrett Conover.
Yeah, and he's hitting his spots. He just looks really comfortable out on the mound.
Takes the sign from Larson. 0-2 pitch. That one misses up and in for ball one. Larson wanted it up. I think he wanted it more outside than inside.
Yeah, but he did give him the up sign there. Maybe we'll see it again. Nope, going to keep it down.
The 1-2. Breaking ball nearly hits him in the head as he lost the handle on that one for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Jensen doing a good job. He's just sticking in there in the box. And
so a 2-2 count. Defense playing pretty well straight up to Jensen. Pitch from Conover. Just broke off the plate outside for ball 3 and a full count. Good discipline right there from Jensen.
That really was. That's a pitch that's hard to lay off because it's coming in, obviously coming around the. Looks like it's coming across the middle of the plate and then it breaks out.
The payoff pitch from Conover. Misses low for ball 4, and the Cowboys have their first base runner of the day. The leadoff batter is on, and Jackson Jensen. Conover's break, it's a late break on that pitch.
It is, which really fools a batter because it almost looks like it's a fastball coming at you, and then all of a sudden that thing's just diving off there. So
brings Easton Hammond to the plate now for Grantsville as he stands in on the right side. 2-step lead for Jensen at first. Hammond going to square to bunt. Pops that one up, and it will land. Picked up by Conover. Throw to first. It is going to go off of Hammond, and it kicks into right field. Jensen's being waved around third. The throw home is not in time. He will come in to score on the play, but the first base umpire immediately after that ball hit the runner threw his hands in the air. We'll see what they end up calling here, if they're going to call runner interference. I wonder if Adam can get us another look at that and see where the runner was at on that throw. You know, umpires are coming together to talk about it.
He's inside the line.
He's inside the grass. He's not on the grass, but he is inside the line. He's right on the edge of the grass.
He's right, yeah, and I don't know how much room you have. I mean, he didn't get onto the grass. He wasn't on the grass on the infield.
They call him out. They do call the interference, which means they will send Jensen back.
Yeah, because it becomes a dead ball at that point.
Yep. Coach Thornton coming over, wanting to plead his case. So they do call the runner interference. Route number 1.
Tough call right there. Not something that the Grantsville crowd likes. We're going to watch this one more time. He is in the dirt. But officials right on top of him. He is.
Yeah, and you saw he immediately put his hands up. Yeah. He did. That was an immediate thing from the first base umpire. So he went with that call right from the get-go. Grantsville crowd not happy about it. First base coach saying, "Hey, just let's
let's move on."
So they do go ahead and go with the runner interference. So Hammond is out for out number 1. And Jensen stays out first. That'll bring Patton Rose to the plate.
Yeah, it will look to be a huge play and give Grantsville a 1-0 lead. Ends up with the first out of the inning and runner back to first.
Rose stands in on the left side. Jensen bouncing off the bag at first. First pitch. Just missed. Tice Larson's like me. He's asking him where that one was.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Now, like we talked about earlier, this isn't I don't watch Grantsville a lot, but when I have watched them, I do know that they're very disciplined. I know they will use the bunt, and they will steal bases.
Yes. Throw over to first is not in time. Jensen dove back safely. So Rose stands back in on the left side. 2-step lead for Jensen. As Conover comes set. Long look in, the 1-0 pitch. Jensen takes off. Throw down to second is in time as they get Jensen caught stealing. And Coach Thornton not happy about that call either. The ball bounced. Did you see a good look on it?
I got the replay right here. Adam, I just didn't look up there quick enough, so here comes the replay. hard to tell from there, but
I mean, the ump's right on it.
He's right on it.
So caught stealing is Jackson Jensen for out number 2. Coach Thornton not happy about those 2 calls here for the first 2 outs of this inning. See, let's the official hear about it. Still letting the third base umpire. It is a 2-0 count now to Rose as ball 2 missed high and away.
Yes, Coach Thornton's trying to get some momentum for his team and trying to manufacture some runs, and what looked to be a really good bunt turned into a runner interference and a steal attempt. Runners caught stealing at second, so now you have 2 outs, nobody on. And what's the count? It's a 2-0 count.
Yep. It is a hitter's count here for Patton Rose. He stands back in on the left side. Conover comes set. 2-0 pitch, misses up for ball 3.
One thing about plays like that, it gets the crowd going.
Yes, it does. Defense straight up, 3-0 pitch, misses high and away for ball 4, and Conover wasn't close on those ones as Patton Rose will draw the 2-out base on balls. He heads to first base.
Yeah, that's the first we've seen Conover get really loose like that, where he hasn't been close on any of his pitches.
You know, when he came off to get that bunt, it looked like he almost landed awkwardly, maybe even hyperextended the leg. He hasn't really shown it as far as walking and stuff goes, but it definitely looked like he came off awkward on that bunt by Hammond. At the plate now, Carter Reed watches ball 1 go by outside.
Yeah, and obviously Conover, he's a right-handed pitcher, so his motion is to fall off to the third base side of the mound, and so he had to adjust, come back. That was a really well-placed bunt down the first base side, so he had to really kind of gather himself and get over there and make the play.
Conover comes set here. Not much of a lead for Rose at first base. 1-0 breaking ball, misses up and in, throw down to first, not in time. So a 2-0 hitters count now. Conover trying to dial it back in as he looked so good for that first inning and to start this inning. Now he's thrown 6 straight balls. 2-0 pitch. There it is on the outside half for a called strike 1.
Yeah, good looking fastball right there, kind of on the outside part of the plate. Rose over on first base. He's not getting much of a lead. He's, 2 steps most and not even a real big secondary.
Larson gets the sign from the dugout. 2-1 from Conover. Fouls that one down the right field line, out of play for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
They may not get that one back.
Yeah.
That one went over a couple fences.
And they did let young Dunleavy keep his ball too, which is good of him.
That is good of him, yeah.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Runner on first for Grantsville. Conover misses high on that off-speed pitch for ball 3 and a full count to Carter Reed.
We'll see a little action right here. See a runner going with full count and 2 outs. They've got the concessions going. I can smell those burgers
Yeah,
grilling.
they smell good.
They do smell good.
Conover sets. Payoff pitch to Reed. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Reed will go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Garrett Conover. As the Cowboys get runners on, but they do not score. No runs on, no hits in the inning. No errors committed by Emery, and 1 runner left on base through 2 innings of play. It is Emery 0, Grantsville 0 on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Discover the perfect solution for memorable vacations, short road trips, or making travel memories with family and friends. Just be sure to purchase your next new or used vehicle at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, Jorgensen Ford Richfield will make sure you get properly outfitted. On road, across town, or cross country, try the Jorgensen experience, available only at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, Jorgensen Ford Richfield. Memory makers and thrill seekers wanted.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And we're back here at Lindquist Field as we go to the top of the third inning in Game 1 of bracket play here at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. Top of the order coming up for the Emery Spartans, Bo Stilson, Trig Jensen, and Peyton Nilsson. If they get to the fourth batter, the cleanup hitter is Garrett Conover. First pitch from Fossen to Stilson. Deep fly ball to left. Going back is Hammond on his horse. That one's off the wall. It bounces back in towards left field. Rounding second on his way to third is Stilson. The throw is not in time as Bo Stilson leads off the inning with a triple off the wall in left.
That was a great hit. First pitch swinging. Obviously had a really hard hit ball his first at bat. He comes back and just drives that thing right into the wall right there and gets himself a triple. And really good base running.
Yeah, he never slowed.
He did.
He was looking at Coach Julian, and he was.
Yeah, his eyes were on Coach Julian before he touched second base, and he just knew he had to get going.
So that will bring Trig Jensen to the plate now. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Coach Thornton with the response is to pull the infield in. I mean, they know this could end up being a really low-scoring game, and they're trying to make sure they cut off any potential run at home.
Yeah, we'll see that pays off for him right here, but really smart strategic move.
0-1 drops off low and in for ball one. And they're shifting it, too, as they've pulled Warren at shortstop more up the middle. So there's a big 5-6 hole right here with the left-handed batter. And actually, the second baseman, Kimber's not real over to the 3-4 hole. He's kind of playing middle, too.
He's not, yeah.
1-1 pitch, misses high and away for ball two to Jensen.
I don't know how Jensen bunts, but if you could push a bunt right here past the pitcher, you could bunt for a base hit and score a run.
Yeah, even with the third baseman playing.
Yeah, where he's playing.
2-1. Breaking ball on the inside edge for a called strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jensen.
Fossen continues to rely on that curveball to be kind of his best pitch so far this game.
Out of the windup, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jensen goes down swinging for the first out of the inning, 5th strikeout of the game for Jordan Fossen on a big strikeout.
Good job right there by Reed, the catcher, to motion to the official that I caught that clean. He raised it right up. One thing you don't want is to make a throw if you don't have to first on that situation.
Infield stays in here as Peyton Nilsson comes to the plate for Emery. Outfield playing pretty shallow right now, too. First pitch, fouled back to the screen, strike one.
Still got a pretty decent gap in the 5-6 hole, not as much. Shortstop has come over to his right a little bit.
But yeah, not a lot.
But not a lot.
The 0-1. Breaking ball, swung on, ground ball to the left side, fielded at third by Jensen. The throw to first is in time, and Stilson holds at third. A 5-3 put out for Peyton Nilsson for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, good defensive play right there, looking the runner back, making a good throw to first base, and first baseman just popping off there to make sure that Stilson stays at third.
Grantsville trying to get out of it unscathed after giving up a leadoff triple. With 2 outs now, the cleanup hitter for Emery, Garrett Conover, with a chance to help out his own cause, comes to the plate. Open stands for Conover. First pitch misses high for ball one.
Both teams just trying to see who can strike first right here.
The 1-0 pitch. Misses low and away for ball two. 2-0 hitters count for Conover.
Sorry there, folks. There was a wasp flying right at our face.
Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball. Tried to hold up. Couldn't do it. Strike one.
Dang, that was a dang good-looking breaking ball right there. Kind of started that kind of up in the zone. That's kind of one of those almost 12-6, 11-5, whatever breaking balls, and just comes right in.
Next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike two and a 2-2 count now to Conover. The scoreboard shows 1-2.
Yeah.
Well, there's been 4 pitches. He's saying it's still 1-2, but there's been 4 pitches.
Yeah, there has. That's.
Well, 1-2, misses high and away. Again, that one should be ball 3, I think, but they'll go with ball 2.
I guess it benefits.
Nope, now he does say 3-2, so it is a full count.
All right, he's got it.
Yep. So it is a full count as they clarify everything. Here's the payoff pitch from Fossen to Conover. Swung on, fouled to the right side, and that one will get out of play. So I don't know who the playground is, like what that belongs to or anything out there, but there's a playground down the line in right field.
There is.
And it's got heavy nets all over the top of that one.
Heavy nets, and then over here, I don't know where that bounced. There's something over here just bounced over a wall somewhere else. Those are balls that don't come back.
Again, the payoff pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, line drive into center field, down for a base hit. And Emery strikes first here in the 3A state tournament as Garrett Conover delivers with a 2-out RBI single.
Good piece of hitting right there. Real defensive 2-strike hitting. Just drives that ball into center field with almost a check swing is what that looked like. He didn't follow through right there, but punches it out into center field.
Brings Ben Johansson to the plate now for the Spartans. Again, a lot of lefties in the Spartans lineup. He's one of them. Conover, 2-step lead at first. First pitch from Fossen. Swung on, ground ball back of the middle. Warren moves over, able to snare it. The throw to first is in time. What a play from Gray Warren, and the stretch from Peyton Cummings for out number 3 on the 6-3 put out. But the Spartans strike first as they get 1 run on 2 hits in the inning. No errors committed by the Cowboys, and 1 runner left on base. Through 2.5 innings of play, it's Emery 1, Grantsville 0 on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
At Mountain America, we understand that debt happens. Let's lighten your load. Visit macu.com/debthappens to get started.
At Manti Family Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're crafting smiles with a hometown touch. Our comprehensive care from crowns to Invisalign allows us to treat the young and the young at heart. Manti Family Dental is veteran-owned and backed by Dr. Carlisle's 13 years of expertise and a heart for Manti's community.
I'm Dr. Carlisle. My wife and I chose to raise our family where roots run deep. Here, every patient is treated like a neighbor, whether it's IV sedation to remove your wisdom teeth or getting an implant to replace a missing tooth. We ensure your dental health is in caring hands.
So give us a call to schedule a visit and discover the difference at Manti Family Dental.
It's a new age of storage at Mason Storage Utah and Aurora. Manage, rent, and pay self, RV, and boat storage online 24/7. Check it out today at masonstorageutah.com or call for reservation rates and information 435-529-7445. Rent storage in May and get 2 months of free storage at Mason Storage Utah, just east of Mason Machinery, 618 East Center Street in Aurora. Click masonstorageutah.com or call 435-529-7445.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning in a 1-0 ball game. Emery with the early lead over Grantsville. Cowboys bring the 8, 9, and 1 batters to the plate this inning. Gunnar Kimber, Dawson Dunleavy, and Jordan Fossen. If they get to the 4th batter, that is Riley Williams. Garrett Conover on the mound for Emery. First pitch, called strike to Kimber. For the 0-1 count. The 0-1 delivery, breaking ball, that one hits him. So a hit by pitch sends Gunnar Kimber to first, and for the 2nd straight inning, Grantsville has their leadoff batter on base.
Yeah, just lost the handle on that curveball right there. He'd been really effective with it, but that just got out of his hand.
So Dawson Dunleavy stands in on the right side now for the Cowboys. 2-step lead at first base for Kimber. Conover with a glance over. Squaring to bunt is Dunleavy, unable to make contact. Well, let's see, what did he end up calling there? He ended up calling that a ball. I thought he kept the bat up there the whole time, but it will be ball 1. So it misses outside. Throw over to first, not in time as Kimber dives back safely.
Yeah, I didn't have much lead right there. Almost I mean, he was on his belly on the bag when he dove back.
Carbon's in the house as the Dinos make their way in. Number 11 seed upset Morgan in the Super Regional Series. Again, he squares the bunt, drops this one down right in front of home plate. Picked up by Conover. Throw to first is in time. And Dawson Dunleavy does his job as he moves the tying run into scoring position on this sacrifice bunt on a 1-3 putout.
Yeah, well-placed bunt right there. And did exactly what his coach needed him to do.
So that'll bring Jordan Fossen to the plate now for Grantsville. Coach Thornton talked about that he's got a bunch of guys that are willing to do what's best for the team. They, if they need a hit and run, they will. If they need a bunt, they will. And we've seen that so far here in this one.
Yeah, we've seen two of them, and both effective bunts. Obviously, the one runner gets out with runner interference.
First pitch to Fossen. On the outside edge, strike one. Good spot from Garrett Conover. Connor Kimber gets a lead at second base. Not really being held on, not a real big lead. That shortens it up. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Don't foul tip, for strike two and an 0-2 count.
Yeah, just fouled that straight down. Now for Grantsville, Dawson Dunleavy, he's done his job to get the runner to second base. Now the rest of the hitters have to come back and do their job, score this run.
Going to step off the mound. Time called. Trying to get the Atlanta Braves chant going.
Yeah, the Grantsville crowd trying to pump up their team.
Conover with a look at second. Going to turn and look that way. No one covering, though, so Kimber easily steps back to the bag as Conover doesn't throw it.
Tell you what, old Peyton Nilton out in center field, he was paying attention. He was coming in on that. He started moving forward. He knows what his job is.
0-2 count. Conover sets. Pitch to Fossen. Misses high for ball one. I don't know that Gunnar Kimber's a real big threat to steal over there. Try to take third base here. And Conover's taking a lot of time paying attention to him.
Yeah, he doesn't look like it. He
has one stolen base on the year.
Yeah, and he hasn't got a really big lead, but he's sure drawn a lot of attention from Conover and the middle infield.
The 1-2. Misses up again for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jordan Fossen. The odds say that Fossen's going to get on base here.
Yeah,
550 on base percentage. He got out on his first at bat. The 2-2. Swung on and fouled right towards the Emery dugout to stay alive.
Man, he really kept his hands back on that pitch. Kind of just fights that one off.
Count remains 2-2. Conover comes set. Another look at Kimber at second. 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Popped into shallow right field. Coming in is Stilson. Not going to get there. Kimber had to hold up, so he will go just one bag on the play. But runners on the corners for the Cowboys with 1 out as Jordan Fossen hits a single into right field.
As you said it, as you looked at the math, and the math doesn't lie.
That'll bring Riley Williams to the plate now for Grantsville. See what Coach Julian chooses to do here with his infield. Middle infield's going to stay about double play depth. Does have the corners pulled in.
Drake Stilson, yeah, he's coming in at third base.
Turn and throw to first, not in time, as they have Johansson holding the runner at first base.
I like what Conover did right there, because a lot of times you just see, hey, they're just going to almost give him the base. I think as a pitcher, you've got to look at that guy. You can't let him just get way off and take off on you when he wants.
2-step lead at first for Fossen. Takes off on the pitch. Misses low for ball one. Larson was coming up ready to throw down. Lost the handle on it.
Yeah. Umpire saying low. He's once again saying no strikes. And now we've got 2 runners in scoring position.
And now with that, Coach Julian will pull his middle infield in on the grass as well. They want to make sure to cut off any potential run at the plate. Tying run is at third. Go-ahead run is at second for Grantsville. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Pitch from Conover on the inside edge. Strike 1 to Williams. Makes it a 1-1 count.
So where the outfield's playing right now, if Williams gets anything in the air out to the outfielders, they'll probably score a run. They'll tag up and get a run across.
Curveball, strike 2. Good pitch from Conover. Started out on the inside edge, broke out across the middle.
Yeah, really good looking pitch. Other than that one curveball where he's lost a handle, man, that curveball has looked sharp.
1 out and 2 on here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Emery leads Grantsville. Cowboys threatening though. The 1-2 to Williams. Swung on, high pop up to the right side. It's going to get foul and out of play as Williams battles onto the grandstand roof. Count remains 1-2. Conover out of the stretch. Infield pulled in. The 1-2 pitch. Misses high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Even on third base right here, Kimber, he's not getting much of a lead. He's staying pretty close to the bag, and he's not being held.
Here's the 2-2. That one that nearly dropped in, ended up still staying high for ball 3 and a full count. That looked like it was going to be way high, but
yeah,
late drop on it.
Late drop, but just a reminder that the strike zone starts at the front of the plate,
yes,
not the middle or the back of the plate or where the catcher catches the ball.
Counts full. The payoff pitch from Conover. Swung on, popped to the right side. Coming in is Stilson. Going out is Johansson. Into foul territory. That will land. And just a long, high, loud strike.
Strike, yeah.
Second foul ball since the 2-strike count to Williams.
I think Johansson, he lost that. He's running out there, and he kind of ran past it.
Yeah, he peeled off.
But the right fielder wasn't there yet. Neither of them could get to it.
So count remains full for Riley Williams. Runners on second and third here for the Cowboys with 1 out. Emery leading 1-0. Conover again comes set. Again, the payoff pitch. Just misses outside for ball 4, and that will load them up for Grantsville with 1 out. And the big part of the order, Peyton Cummings coming to the plate, hitting out of the 3-hole. Tied for a team lead in RBIs with 27. Hitting .359 on the season is Cummings.
Yeah, it comes to bat with a really big opportunity right here to plate a couple runs.
First pitch from Conover. Thought about it, held off. Watches ball 1 go by high. Cummings is 0 for 1 in the game. He lined out to left field to end the first inning. Infield stays pulled in. The 1-0. Breaking ball caught the inside edge. Strike 1. So interesting that Coach Julian has chosen to still keep the middle infield in and not go for a double play up the middle.
Yeah, especially with 1 out. You got 1 out here. You could turn one in the middle, but the run at home is the most important.
The 1-1 pitch. Swung on. Fly ball into right center field. Stilson moving over. That one's going to be over his head as it goes all the way to the warning track. 1 run comes in. 2 runs come in. Williams is on his way home. The throw home is not in time. It's a bases clearing 3-run double, and the Cowboys take the lead off the bat of Peyton Cummings.
Great hit right there by Cummings. He took the pitch where it was and drove that out into right center field, out into, like we talked about earlier, this is a deep field. That rolled almost to the fence out there where it's 373 feet. Gets himself 3 RBIs, and Grantsville takes the lead 3-1.
And I'll tell you what, Riley Williams was right on the heels of Jordan Fossen. He did not delay at all from first base.
He was, and Fossen's fast.
Yeah. Coach Julian goes out to the mound. Now he's going to have a visit with the home plate umpire. Doesn't like his strike zone.
Oh, just gave him a warning there.
Well, I think that's his first mound visit.
Oh, first mound visit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Had a mound visit first.
Okay.
And then let him know about his thoughts on the way out.
Okay, gotcha.
So Jackson Jensen comes to the plate now for Grantsville. With a runner on second and one out here in the bottom of the third. 3-1, Grantsville leads. First pitch on the outside edge, strike one. Jensen 0 for 0 in the game. He walked in his first plate appearance, then got caught stealing. The 0-1 curveball swung on. Line drive through the 5-6 hole. And that one hit hard. That goes all the way to the warning track. And they're waving Jensen towards third. The throw is... He's going to hit him, and it caroms off towards the dugout. And it's going to stay in play to keep Jensen at third base. But an RBI triple for Jackson Jensen. That one hopped in the dirt in the infield and was hit so hard, went all the way to the wall.
That did. I know we don't track exit velocity in high school baseball, but I'd like to see how hard they came off the bat, because that thing got through that out of that power alley gap into left center field so quickly and all the way to the wall.
That will bring Easton Hammond to the plate with one out and runner on third here. Grantsville trying to open up a lead. Lead it now 4-1 with 4 runs in the inning. First pitch from Conover. Misses low and in for ball one.
As I look back at this inning right now, Kimber was hit by pitch, and then a base on balls was a walk was given to Riley Williams. So a couple of these freebies Willie's talked about that you can't defend.
Yeah, very true. That one misses for ball two, and a 2-0 count now to Hammond.
Grantsville dugout has really come alive, just like their bats have come alive this inning.
Two-0 pitch, swung on a foul tip. That one goes off of the catcher shoulder.
Ooh, right on the shoulder blade, or top of his shoulder. That hurts.
Yes, it does.
These catchers are tough, man. They really are.
Yeah, he's giving that right shoulder a good rub.
Yeah.
Coach Larson comes out of the dugout, assistant coach for the Spartans.
Well, yeah, they have those pads right there on their shoulders, but it got,
I think, above it.
Above it, yeah. How it did that, I don't know. But
he was showing Easton Hammond, he's like, look, this is where you got me right here.
Yeah. That's going to leave a mark.
There's another look at it there.
Yeah, these are our camera folks. They're doing such a fantastic job. We appreciate all the work that they do in the booth.
2-1 pitch. That one misses up for ball three. So a 3-1 hitters count now for Easton Hammond. Hammond 0 for 1, laid down a pretty good bunt to move the runner, but then was called out on runner interference as the throw to first hit him. Said he was too far inside the line. 3-1 pitch. Stays up for ball four. And that will put runners on the corners again here for the Cowboys, with still just one out in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, they're just really, the Cowboys are really just applying a lot of pressure right now to Conover and the Emery Spartans.
Patton Rose comes to the plate. This time Coach Julian's going to lead the middle infield at double play depth. Corners will stay in on the grass.
Going to do a defensive call right here on the first and third situation.
Rose is the 8th batter of the inning. Hits from the left side. Two-step lead at first for Hammond. Pitch from Conover. Strike one.
Good pitch by Conover there on the outside part of the plate. I don't know the percentages, but it's a very high percentage of left-handed hitters are dead pull hitters.
Yes.
And so you got, but there's this pretty good pretty good gap right here in the
runner takes off. Called strike 2. Throw down to second is going to be cut off by Olson. And the Hammond moves into scoring position. 0-2 count now to Patton Rose. Peyton Nielsen in center, not playing real deep. He is starting to kind of drift back a little bit after that stolen base. Now the infield all pulled in on the grass except for the first baseman. 0-2 pitch. Fouls that one off to the third baseline to stay alive.
I think that's a good pitch right there. I think pitching him on the outside part of the plate right now is probably a good thing, where he can't get his bat around hard on it and pull something hard into his strength.
The 0-2. Swung on and just got a piece to stay alive as he hits that one towards the Emery dugout.
Yeah, good curveball right there by Conover. Once again, staying on the outside part of the plate.
Big hits this inning for Grantsville. It started with a hit by pitch, then a sacrifice bunt, followed by a single, a walk, a double, a triple. As a team, they're a home run shy of the cycle in the inning. 0-2 count here. Conover takes a sign from Larson. The 0-2, that one got away from all the way to the backstop. On his way home, the throw is going to go off the first base side. It got hit the umpire to keep it close. Otherwise, we might have seen Hammond try to come in to score, but Jackson Jensen will score on the wild pitch, and it's now 5-1 Grantsville.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if that doesn't hit the umpire, I think that you've got Hammond coming around to look to score as well.
1-2 count now to Rose. One out still in the inning. 1-2. Swung on, high fly ball to left. Trey Nilsson drifts back, settles underneath it. Hammond tagging. Nilsson makes the catch. The throw home is not in time. An RBI fly out for Patton Rose makes it now 6-1 Grantsville here in the bottom of the third inning, and 2 outs.
Big inning right here for Grantsville. They're doing what their coaches asked them to do. Put the ball in play. They've hit the ball hard, and they run the base as well.
So the Cowboys hit through the inning, and Coach Julian is out of the dugout, which means a pitching change is coming here for the Spartans. We'll see what he decides to do. 6-1 is your score. Garrett Conover stepped out in front of the mound. Coach Julian comes out. We'll see what they end up discussing here.
Didn't he have a mound visit already?
Yeah, he came right out earlier.
Yeah, so he has to come out.
Yep, just trying to see where he ends up going here with this one.
Oh, okay, we got, I didn't look at the
He's
number.
delaying it, yep. So, pitching change coming. We'll let you know what it is when we come back here from Lindquistfield and Ogden. 6-1, Grantsville leads Emery, and 2 outs, no one on base when we come back on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Richfield and let us help you move mountains.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026, or go to sanpetesteel.com. Attention Class A CDL drivers. For a great career choice of steady, reliable, home everyday work, Savage Services is for you. Savage offers the opportunity to earn $80,000 to $100,000 yearly plus quarterly bonuses, a $5K retention bonus, $5K relocation pay, and 30-day housing for qualified drivers. They also offer full benefits, PTO, profit sharing, 401ks, and more. Savage takes care of team members. Apply at driveforsavage.com. That is drive4savage.com for price and Salina job listings.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
So a new pitcher for the Emery Spartans, that is Easton Stoker, as he comes on the mound to replace Garrett Conover. And Conover will just leave the game. Stoker was the designated hitter, so I assume they'll just swap spots there. And Conover will become the DH for Emery. And nobody on base. The first batter that Stoker will face is Carter Reed, the ninth batter of the inning here for Grantsville. And tough outing for Conover. He's had been pitching so good, of course, down the stretch for this team. And just the 4 walks and the hit batter, 2 walks and hit batter in this inning is kind of what did him in, and then some big hits, of course.
Yes, when you give up those bases and then you get some timely hitting behind it, puts a lot of pressure on yourself. But Conover, first couple innings, he pitched really well.
Carter Reed stands on the right side. Stoker also prefers to work out of the stretch. First pitch, misses low for ball 1. Stoker has thrown 15 1/3 innings this year for the, or 15 2/3 innings for the Spartans, and comes in with a 7.60 ERA. 9 strikeouts to 8 base on balls. The 1-0 pitch, that one misses up for ball 2, so a 2-0 hitter's count now to Reed.
Stoker coming off bench. They're trying to get him a few extra pitches at the mound visit.
2-0 stays up.
Not sure how warm he got over there. He hadn't been thrown very long.
No. We've got their bullpens are set up pretty interesting.
Yeah, they are.
Down the lines.
I was looking at those earlier. I'm like, better have some good fielders there to protect you.
Ball 4 misses high and tight, so first batter he faces, he walks on 4 pitches. Carter Reed heads to first, and Gunnar Kimber will bat for the second time this inning. He led the inning off with a hit by pitch. They're going to bring in a speed-up runner for the catcher, Carter Reed, and that runner will be Porter Taylor.
Courtesy runner for the Cowboys, number 4, Porter Taylor, now running first base.
Yeah, back to Gunnar Kimber, where it all kind of started in this inning right here.
Gunnar Kimber.
Stands it on the right side as Taylor takes about a 2-step lead at first. First pitch, swinging a foul tip for strike 1.
Yeah, pretty hard cut right there on that ball on the inside part of the plate.
6-1 your score. Oh, 1 pitch, line drive up the middle into center field for a base hit. Peyton Nilsson picks it up there as Porter Taylor holds at second. So 2 on now with 2 outs for the Grantsville Cowboys. Well hit ball right back up the middle.
Yeah, he just didn't try doing much with it. Just hit it where it was and had hard line drive up the middle. And the Grantsville Cowboys are just, man, they are hot right now at the bats.
Dawson Dunleavy stands it on the right side. 4th hit in the inning for Grantsville. First pitch swung on and fouled back out of play for strike 1.
Yeah, 4th hit, but they've all been hit right on the nose. I mean, they're hitting these balls hard.
Yeah, Foston had the blue pin to right, but other than that, the double by Cummings was smoked into right center. Jackson Jensen's ground ball to the fence was a rocket. And then right there, Gunnar Kimber with a hard one back up the middle. That breaking ball misses above the head of Dunleavy for ball 1. Dunleavy had a sacrifice bunt earlier this inning to move, at the time, Kimber over into scoring position. 6-1 Grantsville leads here in the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-1. Breaking ball swung on. High fly ball into center field. Peyton Nilsson. Drew moves over, drifts back, and will make the play for out number 3. So an F8 for Dunleavy. Fly to center field for the third out of the inning, but the Cowboys take control as they get 6 runs in the inning. They do so on 4 hits in the inning. No errors committed by the Spartans, and 2 runners left on base through 3 innings of play. It is at Grantsville 6, Emery 1 on Centricom Team Hive at KSL Sports.
For carpet, flooring, windows, or glass at rock-bottom prices, Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring in Richfield is the logical choice with a huge inventory and the service to back it up. From quality flooring to expert window and glass installation and even sheds, Shepherd's knows how to upgrade your home. Shop in person Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., 410 North Main, Richfield, or click shepherdscarpets.com to shop online. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, quality, service, and prices you just can't beat.
22,000. That's roughly how many breaths you'll take today. And if your air isn't clean and healthy, there's 22,000 reasons to improve your air purification system for you and your family.
Pure Air from Lennox is a whole home solution, meaning cleaner air in every room and every breath, every single one.
Call the Stallings Company to see how we can fill your home with perfect air.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as we go to the top of the 4th inning with Grantsville taking control in the bottom of the 3rd. They lead Emery 6-1 here in the first game of the day in bracket play. And for the Spartans, they will bring the 6, 7, and 8 batters to the plate this inning. Drake Stilson, followed by Easton Stoker and Tyce Larson. If they get to the 4th batter, the number 9 hitter is Bronx Olson. Jordan Fossen on the mound, misses away for ball 1 to Stilson. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Good spot from Fossen. Got Stilson right over the top of that one.
Yeah. You know, and Fossen's got a good lead right now. He can just kind of settle in.
Strike 2 there. Yeah, a little shaky in the first inning, hit back-to-back batters. But since then, he's been money.
Yeah, he has. 5 strikeouts since then.
That one will miss up for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Stilson. Gave up the triple to lead off the 3rd to Bo Stilson.
Real hard hit ball.
Yes.
That thing was smoked too.
2-2 drops off low and in. Drake Stilson thought about it, held off. They will appeal to the home plate or the umpire. And the first base umpire says, ask the guy down the third base line.
Third base.
Says he did not go. I think that was the right call.
Yeah. Yeah, left-handed hitter, you can't appeal to the first base umpire.
Not when you have a third baseman. 3-2 payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Stilson will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. 6th strikeout of the game for Jordan Fossen.
Yeah, another well-placed low fastball right there.
So it brings Easton Stoker to the plate now for Emery. He stands in on the right side. First pitch misses up for ball 1.
So Easton Stoker, who was the DH, who's now the pitcher, as we have that switch with he and Garrett Conover.
That one's on the outside edge for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stoker's 0 for 1 of the game. He struck out to lead off the 2nd inning. One of those 6 Fossen strikeouts. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2.
You can tell Fossen's getting really comfortable. He's just working really fast on the mound. As soon as he gets the ball, he's ready to go.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Stoker will go down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. 7th strikeout of the game for Jordan Fossen.
For Grantsville, you got to, if you're Grantsville's coaching staff, you're saying, hey, Fossen's really in the rhythm right now. And if you're Emery's coaching staff, you got to say, hey, we got to do something to get him out of this rhythm. We got to put a ball in play.
Tyce Larson, watch a strike 1 go by. Larson's also 0 for 1 of the strikeout. But yes, Fossen has definitely hit a rhythm. 0-1 pitch, that breaking ball. Strike 2 on the outside edge.
Good looking pitch right there. You know, Stilton, when he got that triple, he came up, he was first pitch swinging.
The 0-2. on the outside edge for a called strike 3, and Larson will go down looking for the third out of the inning, 8th strikeout of the game for Jordan Fossen as he strikes out the side. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. Through 3.5 innings of play, we're halfway home, and it's Grantsville 6, Emery 1 on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back to the UCCU Savings Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life.
Live high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning with Grantsville leading Emery 6-1 here in Game 1 of bracket play in the 3A Baseball State Tournament. And the Cowboys bring the top of the order to the plate, Jordan Fossen, Riley Williams, and Peyton Cummings. If they get to the 4th batter, the cleanup hitter is Jackson Jensen. Easton Stoker on the mound for Emery. First pitch to Fossen, ground ball right back up the middle into center field for a leadoff single.
Another single for Fossen, and he's increasing his on-base percentage.
That's right.
Because he's at 667 in this game.
Has a .550 on-base percentage this year for the Cowboys. That'll bring Riley Williams to the plate. He steps in on the right side. Fossen with the 2-step lead at first. First pitch from Stoker. Fossen takes off. Curveball for strike 1. Throw is going to be cut off by Trig Jensen, who backed up the throw without letting it get into center field. But Fossen easily takes second base.
Yeah, really good backup right there. Fossen, easily took second base. How many runs did you say he scored? 50?
47, 48 now.
48, geez. Yeah, he doesn't like to stay out on the bags. He likes to get around him and get back on the bench.
Long look at second for Stoker. Takes another look, and time will be called by Williams at the plate. You know, you look at Williams, Cummings, and Jensen going back to back to back. These are some big, strong kids.
Yeah, they are.
The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays up and in for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. They are playing Trey Nelson towards the line and left, so big gap in left center. Swung on, ground ball to third, picked up at third by Stilson. Throw to first is in time, and Fossen will move up after the throw. And so 1 out in the inning on the 5-3 put out for Riley Williams, but he does move the runner 90 feet closer.
Good job by Drake Stilson over there. He's playing up on the grass, gets that nice one hopper, makes a good throw to first base, and then gets it right back.
Brings Peyton Cummings to the plate. He stands it on the right side. First pitch, drops off low for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in the game, lined out to left in the first inning, then had the 3-run bases-clearing double to right center field last inning. That's what got things going for the Cowboys. The 1-0. Thought about it, held off. Watches ball 2 go by high and tight. Hitters count.
Yeah, they're really playing close to the line out there in left field, so there's a big hole out in the left center field, outfield.
2-0 breaking ball, high fly ball to left. Trey Nielsen going back, gets to the warning track. He's at the wall, and that's out of here as Peyton Cummings off the top of the wall adds to the Grantsville lead with a 2-run shot to left.
I know it all didn't happen in the same inning, but there's your cycle, Robert.
As a team, the Cowboys have now hit for the cycle. As Fossing comes in from third and Cummings touches them all.
That's now 5 RBIs in the game for Peyton Cummings.
His 4th home run of the season.
Yeah, he hit that real well. So that's got to be your 387 there, 335. So you're probably 350-ish where that went over.
Right in there is Jackson Jensen watches ball 1 go by low and away for a 1-0 count. Jensen's 1 for 1 in the game. He walked in the second. Then he had an RBI triple on a rocket to left field. Next pitch is swung on high, fly ball to right. Bo Stilson moving over. And he will make the play for out to number 2. And F9 for Jackson Jensen, fly out to right for the second out of the inning.
That home run, Trey Nielsen, who was playing out in left field, he did a really good job. Like, he had his eye on that ball, and he was getting back. He was right to the wall, ready to catch it. It just never came down where he could catch it.
So that'll bring Easton Hammond to the plate. Yeah, that was a moonshot from Cummings. That one's going to plunk Hammond in the shoulder, so he will head to first on the hit by pitch. Second time he's reached base today. As Patton Rose comes to the plate next for the Cowboys. 2 outs and a runner on first. Turn and throw to first, not in time, as Hammond easily steps back safely. Rose walked in his first plate appearance, then had an RBI sacrifice fly last inning. First pitch from Stoker misses outside for ball 1.
Haven't seen Grantsville runners get like huge leads on first base, but obviously
they're getting good jumps.
They're getting really good jumps. That's what they're doing. They're reading the pitcher's front foot really well.
1-0 pitch. Swung on, deep fly ball to right. Stilson going back on his horse. That one's over his head. Hits the bottom of the wall. Comes bouncing back in. Hammond will score easily. Patton Rose on his way to third. The throw is not in time as he slides in safely with an RBI triple. 9-1 Grantsville here in the 4th.
Really well hit ball right there. Get another run across the plate, another RBI. Or an RBI for him. That was a great throw from right field. That was closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's Peyton Nielsen who picked that up, the center fielder. It hit right at the bottom of the wall, so it came bouncing way back in past the right fielder, Bo Stilson. Peyton Nielsen was there backing it up, picked it up. Carter Reed at the plate now for Grantsville as he stands on the right side. First pitch from Stoker, drops off low for ball 1. Reed 0 for 1 in the game. He struck out in the second inning and walked in the third inning. The 1-0 on the outside edge, called strike 1.
Opening weekend, like you talked about, there's a few upsets. Right now, Grantsville is saying, hey, we're the number 2 seed, not today. That's right.
And I think they feel like they should be the number one, 22-4 record on the season. Easily the best record in 3A. Swing and a miss there for strike 2 to Reed. Yeah, visiting with some of the assistant coaches, they kind of had that sentiment, but they said, but it worked out well. We're glad we could get some bullpen type of sessions in against Ben Lomond and not have to really throw our big guns, but give them a little bit of a breather and come in off of 2 wins, 2 dominant wins. Swing and a miss there. Strike 3. Carter Reed will go down swinging as he chases the high one for the 3rd out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Easton Stoker. But the Cowboys add to their lead as they get 3 runs in the inning. They do so on 3 hits in the inning. No errors committed by the Spartans. And 1 runner left on base. Through 4 complete. It is Grantsville 9, Emery 1 on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W, in my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as we go to the top of the 5th inning in a 9-1 ball game. First pitch swinging is Bronx Olson. Ground ball to short. Gray Warren fires across the diamond for out number 1 on the 6-3 putout for the first out of the inning as the Spartans bring the 9-1 and 2 batters to the plate. Olson will now be followed by Bo Stilson, then Trig Jensen. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Peyton Nilsson. Jordan Fossen dealing right now on the mound for Grantsville.
Yeah, and facing Stilson, who's hit a triple off him today.
Swing and a miss there for strike 1. They do have down to the bullpen Bodie Norton warming up for Emery. And Grantsville also maybe looking at saving some pitches for Jordan Fossen. They have warming up down to the bullpen. Let's see, that is Colt Thomas. And Stilson fouls off the next one for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, ball in the dirt. Picked up by Reed. Throw to first is in time as Stilson goes down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. 9th strikeout of the game for Jordan Fossen.
That's another way to save pitches right there.
Yes, it is.
Just throw strikes, and strikes you can get somebody to swing and miss on.
2 outs and 4 pitches right now. This inning, he was at 63 coming into this inning. Next pitch swung on and chopped foul into the Emery dugout for strike 1.
I do like the approach of the Emery hitters this inning. They're coming to the plate looking to hit the ball. They're not waiting on pitches. They know that Fossen can throw strikes, and they're getting after him.
Swing and a miss there for strike 2 and an 0-2 count. Fossen working quick. That one misses up for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Called strike 3, and Jensen will go down looking for the 3rd out of the inning. 10th strikeout of the game for Jordan Fossen as he sets them down in order. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 4.5 innings of play. It's Grantsville 9, Emery 1 on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
In the beginning, glass repair meant a long trip to the city. Inconvenient, but it got the job done.
Then came the big chains, quick but costly. Then Clear Sight Glass Solutions rolled into town. For 15 years, they've been making your life easier with mobile and in-shop services. Because they're local and they genuinely care about keeping you safe on the road. They even recalibrate for new models. Visit them on Main Street or at clearsightglasssolutions.com. Keep it clear, keep it local with Clear Sight Glass Solutions in Nephi.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Grantsville leading Emery 9-1 here in the first game of bracket play at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. And the Cowboys will bring the 8-9-1 batters to the plate this inning. Gunnar Kimber, Dawson Dunleavy, and Jordan Fossen. If they get to the fourth batter, that will be Riley Williams. Easton Stoker still on the mound for Emery. Saw both teams having somebody going to the bullpen. Grantsville still has Thomas down in the bullpen. First pitch here, breaking ball, swung on, chopped, and that's going to take a high bounce over Drake Stilson at third base. Kimber rounds first and will hold there with a leadoff single for the Cowboys.
Just nothing you can do on that. I mean, Stilson's playing his position exactly where it should be, and we've seen him play that position well, but just that high chopper gets over him out into left field.
So that'll bring Dawson Dunleavy to the plate.
Dawson, his family sitting right here below us. We saw his younger brother get a souvenir ball earlier today as it actually hit him.
Yeah.
And they let him keep it.
Yeah. Throw over to first, not in time. Two-step lead for Kimber at first base. Turn and throw to first again by Stoker, not in time.
I don't know what it is with what they got against Kimber, but he hardly gets the lead, but they really pay attention to him.
Yeah. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one to Dunleavy.
I think you said he just had one stolen base all season, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not a huge threat to go, I wouldn't think.
Stoker again sets. Swung on, ground ball through the 5-6 hole on the left side. Picked up by Trey Nielsen in left, but 2 on with no outs here in the bottom of the fifth inning for the Cowboys, and those would represent the game-ending runs, in fact, as Grantsville has an opportunity here in the fifth with no outs to end this one early.
Yeah, Dunleavy on first. If he comes across the plate this inning, that will end the game.
And leadoff batter Jordan Fossen comes to the plate.
It's interesting, last weekend, most of the games were actually really tight. There was only 2 series where there was kind of blowouts, and that was the Grantsville, Ben Lomond, and then the Canyon View Richfield.
Yeah. Well, you can see why Grantsville put up 28 runs against Ben Lomond. Breaking ball here, swung on as he chases a high one. Popped up to the left side. Calling for it is Jensen at short, and he'll make the play.
They were calling the infield fly on that,
yep,
right?
Did call that as well. So a P6 though for Fossen, popped out to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Riley Williams to the plate now for the Cowboys.
Yeah, just chased one out of the zone right there. It's a good pitch by Stoker to get him chasing that high pitch.
Takes a look at second. Breaking ball, misses up and in for ball 1. Williams is 0 for 2 in the game. Popped out to first. walked and scored, then grounded out to third. Emery wouldn't go against another ground ball to third. Tried to have an opportunity for a double play. Riley Williams, though, looking for his first hit. 1-0 misses outside for ball 2 and a 2-0 hitters count.
And you've got Stilson, who's been playing up on the grass. He's backed off, even with the bag right there, looking for exactly what you said, just a hard hit ball to him, just touch the base and go to first.
The outfield a little bit shifted towards the left here with Williams at the plate. The pitch from Stoker. Breaking ball, drops in for a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, Stoker comes set as he checks the runner at second. That's Gunnar Kimber. 2-1 pitch. Off the plate outside for ball 3 and back to a hitter's count for Riley Williams, 3-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. 9-1 Grantsville leads. Coming up next will be Logan and Carbon.
They're both in the building right now. They're here watching this game.
That's the 11-14 matchup. 3-1 pitch. Misses for ball 4. Must have been just a bit up. As that loads the bases now for the Cowboys.
So with the speed that Grantsville has on the bases right now, a single into the outfield could end this game.
Yeah, we'll see if Coach Julian pulls in the outfielders at all. You don't want to do it too much, though, because Peyton Cummings at the plate. He's got a double and a home run in the game so far. So he stands on the right side.
Yeah, where the winning runs on second. I don't know that you can pull them all the way in.
First pitch in the dirt, gets through the legs of Larson. Kimber thought about it, but held up as Larson got enough on it to hold it close enough for ball 1.
Yeah, good hold right there. You're no reason to chance getting it out at home if you're Grantsville. Ball it barely got onto the grass behind the mound, so didn't get back there very far. Or behind the plate, excuse me.
1-0 pitch, right down the middle, strike 1. So Cummings 2 for 3 in the game.
Yeah, he's got a double and a home run, and he has 5 RBIs and 2 runs scored in this game thus far.
And his out was a pretty well hit ball to left.
It sure was.
Next pitch swung on. 1 hopper to short, filtered by Jensen. Throw to second in time. Throw to first is dug in time. What a great dig from Ben Johansson to get out of the inning unscathed on the 6-4-3 double play hit into by Cummings. So the Cowboys threaten but do not score. No runs on 2 hits in the inning. No errors committed by the Spartans. And 2 runners left on base through 5 complete. It is Grantsville 9, Emery 1 on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Homes aren't one size fits all, so why should your home insurance be any different? Farmers Home Insurance packages offer coverage options you can tailor to fit you. Discover straightforward home coverage options and more by calling Farmers Agent Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453. That's Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
This is more than just a job. It's a culture, and it's how we do things here. Since 1932, our values of teamwork, accountability, and quality have driven us. There's nothing more precious than human life, and we all honor that responsibility. We are standing ready for when you need us, to serve you with our hearts, our minds, and our experience. And most of all, human connections.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as we go to the top of the 6th inning with Grantsville leading Emery 9-1 in this first game of the 3A Baseball State Tournament. And the Spartans will bring the 3, 4, and 5 batters to the plate. Peyton Nilsson, Garrett Conover, and Ben Johansson. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Drake Stilson. And Jordan Fossen just continues to deal on the mound as strike 1 on the outside edge. The 0-1 pitch swung on and a foul tip for strike 2, making an 0-2 count. I had Fossen at 71 pitches coming into this inning, which I'm assuming they've had a Colt Thomas warming up so they can try to keep him maybe under the 86 mark as ball 1 misses away, which would mean he would just need the 2 days rest, and they'd have him available for Thursday if they need him. 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled back out of play for Nilsson to stay alive. Nelson's 0 for 1 in the game. He got hit by a pitch in the first inning, then grounded out to third in the third inning. 1-2 swung on, ground ball to the left side, fielded by Warren at short. Throw to first is in time for the 6-3 putout and the first out of the inning. You know, Cummings can mash the ball, but he's got a good stretch on him over there at first base too.
Yeah, he really does. He stretches out well. He's not really tall player, but yeah, he stretches out well.
That'll bring Garrett Conover to the plate now for the Spartans. Conover, of course, started the game on the mound for Emery. Breaking ball here, swing and a miss, strike 1. Late decision to swing on that one.
Yeah, good looking pitch. He just had a hard time laying off that one.
0-1 pitch, misses outside and low for ball 1. Conover is 1 for 2. He reached on an error in the first inning, then had an RBI single in the third inning to drive in the only run of the game so far for the Spartans. At the time, it gave him a 1-0 lead. Breaking ball here, swung on and chopped foul to the left side for strike 2. Colt Thomas making his way back in from the bullpen for Grantsville.
Going to send the bullpen catcher out to get that ball.
Fossen working quick. The 1-2. Breaking ball misses for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fossen's just given up 2 hits, a triple and a single, both in the third inning. Other than that, he's been dialed in. That one misses outside for ball 3 and a full count.
He did hit in that first inning, hit a couple batters, but since then.
Yeah, he's currently retired 8 straight. Last batter that reached is Garrett Conover. Foul tip here to stay alive for Conover. Ten strikeouts in the game for Fossen.
And actually, no, he hasn't issued a walk. I mean, obviously the hit.
Yeah, 2 hit batters,
but he
no
hasn't.
walks.
No walks.
Next one, swung on, ground ball through the 5-6 hole for a base hit. As Garrett Conover has his second hit of the game, a 1-out single.
Good hit right there by Conover, just waiting back on his back foot. Sees the ball coming in, just drive that out into left field. And keeps.
That puts him at 83 pitches, and I think they're going to try to keep him under that 86.
Yeah, here comes the coach.
I think that's Coach Thornton that's made his way out there. And he will take the ball with the handshake. And so we'll take a break for the pitching change here in Ogden as the Grantsville Cowboys lead the Emery Spartans 9-1 in the first round of the 3A Baseball State Tournament. Pitching change coming when we come back on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
Being part of one of the most advanced power plants in the world, it's going to be exciting.
It's important that we're listening to our customers that want clean energy.
And so I love the fact that we can power our homes here in Bountiful, but we can also be thoughtful about the environment at the same time. The power revenue bonds are completely backed by the future sale of power, which saves everybody money. And so historically, we've had lower power rates thanks to having this resource.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Lindquist Field as the pitching changes happen. It's Colt Thomas now on the mound for the Grantsville Cowboys, and it'll be Dawson Dunleavy that leads the game as Jordan Fossen leaves the mound and heads out to center field. Colt Thomas, 11 innings pitched on the season for the junior and a 1.91 ERA in those 11 innings.
Dang, that's really good.
He's been effective. First batter he'll face for the Emery Spartans is Ben Johansson.
Do you know, have they used him a lot in relief? In relief, or has it been?
Total number of appearances is just 8, so 11 innings in those 8 appearances.
Got a ball out on the field. They're warming up another pitcher.
Squares the bunt, does Johansson, and fouls that one off for strike 1.
They got it now.
Yeah, they're not. Jackson Anderson is who's out getting warmed up now for Grantsville. Conover takes a 2-step lead at first. Johansson choking up on the bat. Swings away this time and misses for strike 2 as he chases the high and away one. Johansson's 0 for 2 in the game. He struck out in the first, grounded it up to short in the third.
Got to appreciate what he's doing that first, in that first pitch, just trying to bunt for a hit, trying to get anything they can going to get some runs back on the board.
The 0-2 swung on, popped up to the right side. Drifting back at second is Kimber into the grass, and he will make the play for out number 2. So a P4 for Johansson. Pop out to second for the second out of the inning.
Well played ball right there by Kimber. And getting on his horse and getting back. It's kind of in no man's land there for a second, it looked like.
So that'll bring Drake Stilson to the plate now for Emery. He stands in on the left side as Conover takes a 2-step lead. Thomas out of the stretch. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Stilson 0 for 2, grounded out to first and struck out in his 2 at-bats this game. This is Drake Stilson.
How does the team get so many left-handed hitters?
Yeah.
They got a lot.
They do have a lot. Next pitch misses high and away. Throw down to second as Conover took off is in time as Garrett Conover is caught stealing for out number 3. And as a result, the Cowboys set him down in order. 1, 2, 3. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on base through 5.5 innings of play. Grantsville 9, Emery 1 on Centracom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Let's cover the perfect solution for memorable vacations, short road trips, or making travel memories with family and friends. Just be sure to purchase your next new or used vehicle at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, Jorgensen Ford Richfield will make sure you get properly outfitted. On road, across town, or cross country, try the Jorgensen experience, available only at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, Jorgensen Ford Richfield. Memory makers and thrill seekers wanted.
At Mountain America, we understand that debt happens. Let's lighten your load. Visit macu.com/debt-happens to get started.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning with Grantsville leading Emery 9-1. Cowboys bringing the 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate this inning. First pitch, swing and miss for Jackson Jensen. For strike 1, he'll be followed by Easton Hammond and Patton Rose. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Carter Reed. Easton Stoker still on the mound for Emery. Second pitcher of the day for the Spartans. They pulled Garrett Conover out right at 60 pitches. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. He's got that in under the hands of Jensen.
Yeah, he's really taking big hacks at those pitches, and he just kind of slowed that one down, got under Jensen's hands there.
Stoker sets the 0-2. That one misses in the dirt for ball 1. Jensen in the game is 1 for 2. He walked in the second inning, had an RBI triple in the third, and then flew out to right in the fourth.
We talked about this off air, but there's been 3 triples hit in this game.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. 2 for Grantsville, 1 for Emery. The 1-2. Ground ball through the 5-6 hole for a base hit for Jackson Jensen. Picked up by Trey Nilsson as Jensen rounds first and holds there with a leadoff single. And 2 of those triples, like in usually triples are hit to right field. 2 of those were hit to left.
They were, yeah. But a lot of the kids who hit him, man, they had a lot of speed. Oh, we got another ball going out into left field.
Yeah. Yep, on the pitcher warming up.
Yep.
In the bullpen. So Easton Hammond comes to the plate next for the Cowboys. He is 0 for 1 in the game. He laid down a bunt, ended up getting called out on runner interference. Then he walked and scored and got hit by a pitch and scored. Swing and a miss there for strike 1.
These Grantsville hitters, they're taking big hacks.
It's a little easier to do so when you're up 9-1.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you sure swing a little more freely, don't you?
Jensen with a 2-step lead. He did get caught stealing once in the game. And they got him here as they throw it to first, get him in rundown, throw it to second, and they will pick him off. So Jensen gets picked off at first base for out number 1. Good move from Stoker.
Yeah, that was a really good move by Stoker right there. Just caught him leaning, got over to his first baseman, and that's exactly how you're supposed to do a rundown right there, 1 throw and a tag.
That's right. 0-1 count to Hammond with nobody on base now. Pitch from Stoker. Misses low for ball 1. The 1-1. That one goes behind Hammond for ball 2.
Sometimes you just get one of those pitches. It just escapes your hand when you don't want it to come out of there. And they just kind of sell on you.
That's right. So 2 balls, 1 strike. They are playing towards left field, as are the 2 Nilssons. Trey in left, Peyton in center. That one's fouled back to the screen for strike 2. It would have to be really well placed, but we do have the ability for a ball to come to us.
Yeah, that one felt like it was coming right back at us. I was ready.
It'd have to be really well placed to get over the net and then have the angle to come through our window. But it's possible.
It's possible.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on, deep fly ball to left. Nilsson going back to his right. That one's off the wall. It's a fair ball. And heading to second is Hammond. He rounds second and will hold there with a 1-out double for the Cowboys.
He was looking at his coach as he's approaching second base saying, hey, am I going to go? Am I going to go? And the coach's like, no, you stay right there. Hit that sign and come carrying him back into left field. And left fielder out there does a good job getting it back into Trey Nilsson.
There's quite a bit of room in the infield in the foul territory, but as you get further out to the outfield, it narrows. I mean, it's only a foot or two between the wall and the pole.
Yep.
Down that left field line. Patton Rose at the plate now for Grantsville. Stands in on the left side. First pitch misses up for ball 1.
Patton Rose, he has a triple in this game. He is 1 for 2. Well, had that sacrifice RBI, I guess.
Yeah, so 1 for 1.
1 for 1 with the triple. This bigger park, though, does lend itself for high school to get some triples. You see that even.
Especially if you don't know how to play it off the wall.
Right.
It's different than a chain link fence that they're used to playing against. Next pitch to Rose. That one's on the outside edge for strike 1 and a 1-1 count.
Good pitch right there by Stoker, just keeping that down and out.
You'll see a lot of teams when they get to this area try to give them an idea of how it's going to play off a wall and go throw the ball off a wall to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Try to get those outfielders a little more prepared for it. Stoker out of the stretch. The 1-1. Misses up for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. The one that was in right field over Bo Stilson's head, I don't know what the bottom of that, because that one is just a fence out there, a regular fence. I don't know what the bottom of it was like, but it bounced hard off the bottom of that one.
It really did. Like, I don't know, are those rocks up against? I can't tell.
Right.
Looks like there's rocks up against it, like some sort of a landscaping skirting on it and some rocks up against it. I don't know.
Long look. He is going to throw to second. Not in time as Hammond dives back safely. 9-1 is the score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Grantsville needs 2 runs to end early. They had 2 on with no outs in the 5th inning before being unable to drive in those runs as Emery pulled a double play to end the inning. Here's the 2-1 from Stoker. Drops off low. Good block by Larson to hold Hammond at second base.
Yeah, Hammond, he was ready to go right there. If that ball gets away 3 more feet, he's at third base.
That makes it a 3-1 hitters count. The 3-1 pitch is swung on. Fly ball into left center field. That one's in the gap. That will score Hammond easily as it one-hops the wall. Peyton Nilsson picks it up, and Patton Rose will hold at second with an RBI double for his second extra base hit of the game, and the game-ending run is now on second base.
Well played out there in that power alley by Nilsson that time. He caught that off the wall and got that ball in, and yeah, I thought for a second we might be looking at a second triple. But well played out there.
Rose now with 3 RBIs in the game. And that'll bring Carter Reed to the plate. Let's see, though. They're going to... Rose is trying to say he wants to stay on the bases. He came in and threw all of his gear off, and he sprinted back to second base. They're trying to pull him out, though. They are going to bring in a pinch runner for him. You could tell, though, the way he was moving. He wanted to stay on base as Caleb Atkinson will come in to run for him. Maybe a little bit more speed. Give him a best chance to end the game right here with the base hit.
Yeah, that's one time you're trying not to listen to what the coach is saying. You know, you throw your stuff in there and run back. You're like, yeah, I didn't hear anything. What are you talking about? So.
Pitching change coming, it looks like, for the Spartans, though, so we'll take a break here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 10-1. Grantsville leads Emery in game 1 of bracket play here at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. Cowboys have a runner on second with 1 out when we come back on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
At Manti Family Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're crafting smiles with a hometown touch. Our comprehensive care from crowns to Invisalign allows us to treat the young and the young at heart. Manti Family Dental is veteran-owned and backed by Dr. Carlisle's 13 years of expertise and a heart for Manti's community.
I'm Dr. Carlisle. My wife and I chose to raise our family where roots run deep. Here, every patient is treated like a neighbor. Whether it's IV sedation to remove your wisdom teeth or getting an implant to replace a missing tooth, we ensure your dental health is in caring hands.
So give us a call to schedule a visit and discover the difference at Manti Family Dental. At Manti Family Dental, we're not...
It's a new age of storage at Mason Storage, Utah and Aurora. Manage, rent, and pay self, RV and boat storage online 24/7. Check it out today at masonstorageutah.com or call for reservation rates and information 435-529-7445. Rent storage in May and get 2 months of free storage at Mason Storage, Utah, just east of Mason Machinery, 618 East Center Street in Aurora. Click masonstorageutah.com or call 435-529-7445.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Richfield and let us help you move mountains.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Lindquist Field in Ogden as the pitching changes happen for the Emery Spartans. It'll be Bodie Norton that comes into the game now for Emery. And Bodie Norton on the season, a 3.00 ERA in his time on the mound in just 2 1/3 innings. So Hasn't thrown a lot of varsity innings this year, has Norton, but has been effective when he has. That's the sophomore for the Spartans. And the first batter he'll face is Carter Reed. First pitch, breaking ball, drops off low and away.
That was a big bender right there.
Yeah, it was. This is the second time today that Carter Reed gets to face a new pitcher, as they made the pitching change from Conover to Stoker when he was up in the 3rd inning, and now from Stoker to Norton here in the 6th inning. Game-ending run is at second base. Breaking ball there. Comes back in to catch the inside edge for strike one. Reed didn't like that one, but 1-1 count nonetheless.
Tell you what, Bodie Norton, he throws a big sweeping bender. That thing starts about halfway to the plate, and it just keeps on a bending.
Doesn't check second. 1-1 pitch is swung on. Fly ball into left center field. Moving over as Peyton Nilsson dives. Will not get there. And that one will score. Atkinson from second to end the game with an RBI double from Carter Reed. And the Grantsville Cowboys move on with an 11-1 win over the Emery Spartans. Reed delivers the game-ending hit. And Atkinson, the pinch runner for Patton Rose, scores the game-ending run. 11-1 your final. We'll take a break and come back with our post-game show next here in Ogden on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
Attention Class A CDL drivers. For a great career choice of steady, reliable, home everyday work, Savage Services is for you. Savage offers the opportunity to earn $80,000 to $100,000 yearly plus quarterly bonuses, a $5K retention bonus, $5K relocation pay, and 30-day housing for qualified drivers. They also offer full benefits, PTO, profit sharing, 401ks, and more. Savage takes care of team members. Apply at driveforsavage.com. That is drive4savage.com for price and Salina job listings.
For carpet, flooring, windows, or glass at rock-bottom prices, Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring in Richfield is the logical choice with a huge inventory and the service to back it up. From quality flooring to expert window and glass installation and even sheds, Shepherd's knows how to upgrade your home. Shop in person Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., 410 North Main, Richfield, or click shepherdscarpets.com to shop online. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, quality, service, and prices you just can't beat.
22,000. That's roughly how many breaths you'll take today. And if your air isn't clean and healthy, there's 22,000 reasons to improve your air purification system for you and your family.
Pure Air from Lennox is a whole home solution, meaning cleaner air in every room and every breath, every single one.
Call the Stallings Company to see how we can fill your home with perfect air.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back to the UCCU Savings Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Well, 11-1 is your final as the number 2 seeded Grantsville Cowboys get the win over number 10 Emery and move on in the winner's side of bracket play here in bracket number 2 of this 3A Baseball State Tournament. Grantsville will play at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon here in Ogden against the winner of our next game. That's Carbon and Logan, while Emery will play at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Same time tomorrow for the Emery Spartans against the loser of Carbon and Logan here at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. And, Corey, your takeaway from this game?
Tell you what, it started out, it was a really good game. Good game to watch. Started out, pitching was well for both teams. But Grantsville, when they started hitting the ball, they just didn't let up. They just hit the ball, ran the bases well, and next thing you know, they come out victorious. But tough day for the Emery Spartans. Yeah,
it's there were a couple of walks obviously in there, some hit batter in there that Conover had, and that just kind of let the rails go off a little bit. And sometimes when you do that, you start to try to hit the middle of the plate more. And if you're going to do that, Grantsville's going to hit it hard.
Yeah, and like we said, we saw 3 triples in this game, 2 from Grantsville, and a lot of balls were hit right out of that left center field power alley. That's where those balls were going.
Yeah.
In fact, the last 2 hits of the game that basically essentially ended the game were in that same spot.
Yeah. Looking at the final team numbers in this one, Grantsville scores 11 runs. All 11 were earned on 13 hits in the game. They left 6 runners on base. Defensively, 1 error today for Grantsville. On the Emery side, just the 1 run. It was earned on just 3 hits. They left 4 runners on base, and defensively, no errors today for Emery. Pitching-wise for Grantsville, Jordan Fossen got the start. He went 5 1/3 innings, giving up just 1 run. It was earned on 3 hits, 10 strikeouts to 0 base on balls for Jordan Fossen, and he left the game at 83 pitches, which does leave him available for Thursday if they need him at that point. Then he gets the win on the mound. Colt Thomas came in for the final 2 outs. No runs, no hits, no strikeouts, no walks. He actually only faced 1 batter, and then they got another guy caught stealing. So that's how that one ended for Colt Thomas, and he ended up with just 3 pitches that he threw.
And?
Yeah. Or no, excuse me, he ended up throwing 5 pitches.
5 pitches, yeah, he didn't throw many.
So, on the Emery side of things, Garrett Conover got the start. He'll take the loss, going 2 2/3, giving up 6 runs, all of them earned on 3 hits, 1 strikeout to 4 base on balls for Conover. Easton Stoker came in for 2 2/3 innings, giving up 5 runs, all of them earned on 9 hits. He did have 1 strikeout to 2 walks. He did give up a home run as well in those 9 hits. And then Brody Norton came in for the final batter. No runs. He doesn't get credit for any time on the mound as far as innings. No runs on 1 hit, no strikeouts, no walks for Bodie Norton, but that hit did drive in the game-ending run. Hitting-wise in this one, first off for Grantsville, Jordan Fossen, 2 for 4 at the top of the order, 2 runs scored, and 2 stolen bases in the game. Riley Williams goes 0 for 2 with a run scored. Peyton Cummings goes 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 5 RBIs, a double and a home run for Peyton Cummings. Jackson Jensen goes 2 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI, and a triple in the game. And then Easton Hammond goes 1 for 2 with 3 runs scored and a double in the game. Patton Rose 2 for 2 with a run scored, 3 RBIs, a double, and a triple. And Carter Reed, and his run scored, by the way, was actually Caleb Atkinson who scored that run as the pinch runner. Carter Reed goes 1 for 3 with an RBI and a double. Gunnar Kimber goes 2 for 2 at the plate with a run scored. And Dawson Dunleavy was 1 for 2 at the plate in the game for the Grantsville Cowboys. I mean, it was a clinic out there today, hitting-wise, for the Cowboys.
They did exactly what they needed to do. They came here, they got the job done, and they move on to the no-loss bracket. And that's exactly what everybody's trying to do, and Grantsville accomplished it this morning.
On the hitting side for Emery, Bo Stilton was 1 for 3 with a run scored and a triple. Trig Jensen 0 for 2. Peyton Nilsson 0 for 2. Garrett Conover 2 for 3 with an RBI. Ben Johansson 0 for 3. Drake Stilson 0 for 2. Easton Stoker 0 for 2. Tice Larson 0 for 2. And Bronx Olson 0 for 2. A lot of offers there on the pitching from Jordan Fossen.
Once Fossen got dialed in, I mean, he was money. He, like you said, 10 strikeouts, 0 base on balls. I mean, he hit the 2 guys in the first inning, and then after that, it was just like he just locked in.
Yeah, he was lights out. So that will pretty well do it for us here in this one. Any final thoughts on this game, Corey?
No, welcome. Not any thoughts, but just a welcome to postseason baseball here for the 3A division.
Yes, it is. And again, Grantsville will play at 4:30 tomorrow against the winner of Carbon and Logan. Emery will play again at 11 tomorrow against the loser of Carbon and Logan. 11-1 is your final here in 6 innings. Number 2 Grantsville, the win over number 10 Emery. We'll hop off the air for a little bit, get ready for our next game, which is Logan and Carbon. That's scheduled to start at 1:30. We'll be back on the air about 10 minutes prior to that game getting underway as we go get lineups and set and get things ready for that matchup. And again, we'll be back here shortly on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
You've been listening to High School Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.